From Toronto, Ontario, I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Raptors are Canada's team. Only fitting. Toronto's the fourth largest city in North America.
Ed, all that sounds great, but I'll tell you what, I love everything about T-Dot. The food, the music, the culture, the people, the energy of the city. It's off the charts. Every NBA player wants to come through the six.
No one really cares if it's cold because inside these walls, it's always revved up. Miami controls the tip. Livingston to Waiters. Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Can't connect.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
You gotta get up on that.
Runner's good there.
Keep working him out, boy. He can't guard you.
4-2. The assist from number 22.
It's the Heat with the possession. Butler. Off the assist.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
The assist from number 9, Serge Ibaka.
To Turner. Butler to Turner. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Fred VanVleet. Finish that. Green to Sean Livingston. Won't go down. Fred VanVleet. Throws it down and takes a ton of contact as well.
I like the effort of the defensive player, but that's going to be all over social media. Ooh, bad scene tomorrow.
To Green. Rocking the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Fred VanVleet. To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Livingston to bring it up. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. Count the basket at the rim. Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making...
Hey, let's start again. Let's take it home now. Let's go.
Substitutions.
to Lowry. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
And did you see that in transition? Don't 1-2 ooh-wee on him.
Ooh-wee. Oh, it's good. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler for two. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Butler to bring it up. Up by 3. Green. Reset here. Let's see what they do. To Green. To Butler. Deep right corner. Green. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. To Luke Kennard. And scores. Strong take.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
It's the Heat with the possession. To Sean Livingston. Probing the defense. To Green. Miles Turner slams it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Lowry into the front court. They trail Ball. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw good. A three-point play as they move in front here just before the break. Straight on three. At the buzzer, we've reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Raptors have themselves a narrow
Player of the half. Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Lowry into the front court. Lead is 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
And throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
The assist from number 7, Kyle.
Miami with the basketball. Butler to Sean Livingston. Surveys the floor. Screen coming.
Watch that back door.
And Jimmy Butler. Not that time. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. They lead it. 4-point game. Turner to Sean Livingston. Cashes in for 2.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Livingston across the timeline. His guys trail now by 4. Here comes the screen. Serge Ibaka able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Miles Turner snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Livingston to bring it up. Trailing by 4. To Turner. You've got to get that one to go. Lowry with it. Looking to make something happen. Throws it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Miami's got it. Livingston. To Green. Here comes the screen.
Right.
Green. Five to shoot for Miami. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not getting the bounce. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To Powell. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. He'd have the basketball. To Green. Austin Rivers lays it in.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Nice pass to get things going.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Green. From the painted area, won't go down. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Austin Rivers. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Rim rocker for Norman Powell. Long heave from 3/4 court. Third quarter comes to an end. The Raptors in front. So the Heat will have it to start this fourth and final quarter.
We know what's coming. Don't get it.
Into the game for the Toronto Raptors, number 22.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. Jimmy Butler swats it. And they retain the possession.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
To Butler.
Screen coming right.
Austin Rivers to Butler for 3. And the rebound brought down by Harrell.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
Count it. And the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
is good as they continue to widen their lead. It's the Heat with the possession.
Defense, let's go.
Here comes the screen. To Rivers. From long range. Off the mark. No good. Lowry into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Jimmy Butler for two. Jimmy Butler, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
I got you. Shot.
Had a chance, but it's no good. Butler into the front court. Down a bundle. Wide open look, won't go. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Butler. Here's a chance from long range, and Jimmy Butler all in stride. Catch and shoot 3 is good.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Desperation shot here from half court. It's the Raptors with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors won this matchup.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game.